What's going on, everybody? Flex Nuts here out of 146 Triple O, the melee guy. I'm bringing you a Triangle War video. It's kind of a follow-up to the one I just posted right before this. So we finished the Triangle War for this round, and I just wanted to bring you some battle reports. And there have been quite a few comments about how, one in particular, my favorite, is how melee attack is like pissing into the ocean. No matter how much piss you do, it's not going to turn the ocean yellow. I like that one, but I'm going to show you right now that that ocean is indeed yellow if you want to go that route. So we're going to go in here and we're going to look up some battle reports. But I'm going to start by saying the number one right here, and I still have fleet left in kills on this event. And I didn't go through just spamming kills and stuff, but what I did do was coordinate, and I had a lot of cleanup. So not all these kills are just one-on-one fights. A lot of it is cleanup, so I do want to have full due diligence there and let everyone know. But that being said, it still speaks for itself. So let's go look at a couple battle reports. Let's see here, battle record, look at my reports. And I was on a 34 kill streak, and I still have fleets left. So we're going to take a peek at some of these. Now, the best ability you can, or item rather, you can use in this event, it's going to be the equivalent of poisonous gas or dual dominance, but it is firebomb. Now, when I say the best, I mean that by cheap, as far as price goes, it's 28 tickets compared to some of these more expensive ones, and it does an incredible amount of damage. And here, the difference with this, kills 2% of enemy troops every second for the first 13 seconds, whereas in Duel of Dominance, I think it went up to 10 seconds. So if you just stay alive for 13 seconds, you know, you're looking at 26% of the enemy troops just gone. It's a beautiful, beautiful item for 28 tickets. You can't beat it. So we're going to watch a few videos here. So I'm going to go through and play these out. And then when I say a few videos, we're going to watch 34 of them. And one in particular is a really good one. It's towards the top, though. All right, so we just got to keep up here. And you can see how this firebomb, it just deletes them. It's such a beautiful, beautiful ability. I keep saying ability, I mean item. Yeah, once these traders get to the back row. Now, granted, I am using aeon ability as well, so that does play a major factor into what's going on here. But for this particular event, including Duel of Dominance as well, aeon with melee is just absolutely. I gotta check the stats. Aeon with melee is just absolutely ridiculous. Because once you lock it in, it stays locked in the entire time for that day for battle. Now for defense, it stays locked in the entire time throughout the entire event, unless you need to change it. If you get better buffs, get major from president, things like that. That's the only time I would alter it. But anyway, let's keep going here. And these shredders just melt them. It's ridiculous. The firebomb is your friend. If you want to ball on a budget and really do some damage to, it doesn't matter how strong the enemy is, unless they're using that gold shield, that gold item, you're just gonna really just demolish their fleets. As long as you can stay alive for 13 seconds. Let's say you're not a very strong player. If you can live for 13 seconds, you have depleted 2/3 of their entire fleet. It's pretty awesome. I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, these are not super strong cities, right? But they do get stronger, so just bear with me. I'm going to go through them. An aeon shield is the key to why I'm able to keep these troops going with little loss. I mean, I'm able to go through all these battles with very minimal loss. Even though the other enemy still has aeon shield on. Just walking right through them. So that was Wayne. We're going to Naughty now. Alright, let's look at Naughty. I don't know why I even clicked this one. It's not really worth viewing. It looks like a partial fleet here. And Jang. Let's take a look at Jang. Now the difference in this and like the old dominance is your zombies don't respawn here in Triangle War, if you notice that. So that you do get a little bit back, but if you saw right when this battle launched, I'm down to 3,000 of them. Whereas dual dominance, if I'm not mistaken, they kind of respawn way more generous, so to speak. But I could be wrong on that. Can't say for sure. I believe so. Sorry, I didn't mean to click this. Let's go back down. Looking on right above Jang. Where's Jang? Alright, now we're looking at NVS here. Odin. 1028 long range, 840 long range HP. Oh, didn't mean to do that. It's alright. Alright. Let's move back. Moving on to Marcin B.O. Again, it's another partial fleet. I'm just doing cleanup on some of these. Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance here. It's going to be a one hit. Boom, 2 hits. Alright. Let's go to the next one. Alright, looks like we're going with Red. Mr. Red here. 886. Nah, I need to slow down for the Titans so y'all can see the Titans and stuff on the enemies. Alright, let's watch the video. Yeah, man. They're almost dead before the Aeon Shield drops on some of these guys. It's just nasty. Okay, ND, here we are. 750, 350. Alright. Again, this looks like another partial fleet. Now, I couldn't stream this live because I led the attacks for about 6 to 8 hours. I don't know, maybe even longer. I don't quite know off the top of my head, but streaming that entire time would have been too much. I don't think my phone has enough memory on it, but that's why I'm doing the clips instead. Alright, so let's go through, back down, let's find ND. I don't know how to say that name, so I'm not going to try it. But yeah, I can get 3 firebombs off for the price of almost the price of one of those purple items. And you just don't need the purple items unless you're fighting someone really heavy, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute when I do use the purple items. He didn't even have Titans on this. What the hell is he doing? That's the guy you want to kick from your alliance, people. How do you not select Titans in a fleet? I mean, it's the biggest check mark in the entire screen. How do you accidentally... I mean, what is going on? Okay, some people... Alright, where's he at? CAB? Okay, Butch is up. Here we go, Butch. Let's see what you got. 823.9, 385.9. Let's watch that video real quick. I know, like, some of you are like, oh, well, what if you fight a mid-range? It's all the same. You'll see. I've got a mid-range or two in here as well. Doesn't change much. Alright, now that is the end of this line for that left side of the map for the Triangle Wars. Now we're moving on to the right side of the map. Miss Phoebe. Actually, you know what? I think I bounce back and forth. I think I go back to the left side in just a moment. Yeah, I know I do. Because that's when the very last person happens to be their strongest. And again, it doesn't change a lot. But it is a good fight. It is a good looking fight. And it shows you exactly the difference between melee and long range. Hand to hand. Alright, so that was here. Let's go to Boku. 618. Some of these are just fun. I'm gonna start skipping some of these because they're just kind of not worth my time. Alright. 138. This is a half fleet here. Not gonna worry about that one. Voron. Alright, we might watch this one here. 718. Yeah, we'll watch it though. So at this point, I'm down to 37.7k treaders, and we've been through it. How many fights now? Well, I guess I can just look about our report and look at the kill streak, and I'll tell you. All right, 23 fights in a row, and I'm just now down to that many shredders. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right. In here again, not really worth my time to show. 68 Russ. This might not be a bad one to watch. Let's take a look. 60, yeah, it's another farmer, but we're up to 25 kill streaks. Name is Miyuki, so let's go one above that. Saint Simile or Cyrilly. Alright, let's take a look here. 763. Yeah, we'll watch the video. Why not? I'm down to 36.4k. So we skipped 3 fights there on the videos, and I lost 500. I'm sorry, 50,000 troops. That's it. The shredder. It's crazy. That Aeon shield paired with melee is just nuts. All right, moving on. Angry Rabbit. Let's see what you got, Angry Rabbit. 803, long range. Melee's. Wait, what? Oh, he's one of those LR long range HP guys. I don't know why people still do that. It doesn't help you. It really doesn't. The melee HP is where it's at. You get you about 10,000 of your strongest troop type for melee in the front line, and then stagger the rest with a few troops here and there, but then use the strongest long range type you have and max that out. That's how you make a good fleet for today's time. People that still use long range HP, they're doing it so wrong. Alright, Mr. Bad Badger. What do we have here? That's not worth looking at. He's only got 60,000 troops. Sebastianus. That's a fun name. Sebastianus. Alright, 634. Again, not worth our time to watch. It's more of like a farm. Wasn't it? Yep. Okay, now I'm moving back over to the other side of the map, and this is where the next couple fights are going to be pretty good. Not this one in particular. This next one right here is probably one of my favorites, and it just shows you exactly what melee can do. 340,000 troops is what I have on my total units. He has 424,000. My stats, and I don't think I've shown my stats yet. Alright, so 11, 20, and I keep my melee attack and melee HP as close as I can together. I like it rolling in parallel, but we're going to click this here. We're going to move to his stats, and this is where it gets really interesting. His stats are 1,415% long range. And he's one of those guys. He's one of those old school players that still use long range HP. And this is his demise. This is why this guy is not going to be much in a fight. But because he thinks he has such good long range HP, he can just do it. You know, he just stack his entire T12 cannons in there, or lasers in there, and he's going to run the show. Great Titans, though. It's not going to work out. As you can see here, we're going to walk right through. Now, he did kill my Titans quick, like real quick. But when you go toe-to-toe, pound for pound, he's got more lasers than me right now. And we're trading blows, going back and forth. It's not working for him. All that beautiful, pretty picture there, his stats were nice. And look at these shredders beating that ass. I love melee. And there goes his Titan. Still didn't help him in the end. This is definitely my favorite fight of this entire event so far. Just so I can prove a head-to-head match with lasers and shredders. And on paper, he's stronger than me. I mean, 14-14. 10, we'll just say 1100 HP for long range. But here's what is the biggest difference, and that's what I've been trying to tell people. If you look at, where's it at? Reduces damage taken from melee troops. That's actually kind of high. Reduces damage taken from long range troops. Well, and increases damage. Okay, so I'm actually going to take that back. This is probably the highest damage metric I've ever seen with someone. Reduces damage taken from melee troops. That's 70. So it almost takes me out of my whole theory here, and that being reduces damage taken from melee troops. No one really has anything higher than 55.5. We'll be generous with 60. I don't know why this guy has so much reduction from melee, but it still didn't help him, because this stat right here is useless as shit if you do not have your melee in the front. This is a great stat, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. As soon as I get to that back line with melee, the strongest of the strongest. It doesn't matter. Your troops are going to fall. And we were even matched. I'm going to play that one more time. But I'm going to do it in 2x. He has 40k lasers to my 30. And even still, I'm walking right through it. And if this isn't as a good as example as any, I don't know what is. Now, I know some of you are going to say, oh, well, you had aeon. I did have aeon. You're right. I did. But it popped before I was able to even get to his back line. So then it was a head-to-head, toe-to-toe match. And my Titans went down. He still had his. So it's about as even as it gets. And we're going to follow it up with, I got 3 more. Flower here. Let's see. 6763. Let's watch that. Why not? I'm down to 10,000 point, or 11,000 shredders after fighting that dude. Alright, now we're going to double tap. I like that name. That's a pretty cool name. still at 10,200 shredders. And we're still working our way through their back. We're just moving our asses through it. Even with 10,000. It's such a mismatched fight, but that's what I'm talking about. Melee and these events. Aeon Shield. It is nasty. It is so nasty. This will become part of the meta. I promise you that. Because I haven't seen anyone who can walk through this many kill streaks with actual strong players. Some of these have been farmers. I grant you that. But then I also show the videos of those that are definitely not farmers. And we're still walking through that ass. So do what you will with it. Certain events are better than others. Now here's one thing I can say, and I can repeat it over and over. I cannot do any damage to like the Alliance Elite Zombie. I can't compare it to Mother of Doom. I can't compare it to the Iron Fist. I don't match up to that. I will never see myself in the top rankings for damage on those. But what I can do is walk through people in events like this. And this is way more fun to me. So, again, to each his own. But 34 kill streak. We took out one of the strongest long range players I've seen in a while. Oh, not in a while, but you know, I went toe to toe with. And here's something else to consider with that: 341,000 total units, 424,000. He's got a great advantage over me here, and yet we still beat him. His Titans are way stronger than mine, but this just shows you the power of melee. So, but that's where we are. We cleared them all out. This was a little fun event. The rounds will get harder incrementally. There's no doubt about it. But I don't know what's going to happen with this upcoming round robin phase that I was talking about in my previous video, but we're going to find out here soon. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you have questions, concerns, or you just want to talk shit about my melee build, I like that. I love that. I love the constructive criticism. Bring it on. Comment below.